So we need to get to our IGN Anime Club watch party. Fully Cooley is right now watching episodes. Or 5 to 7. What is wrong with me?
Wait, what?
It's 5 to 6.
Okay.
There's no 7.
Yeah.
Yet.
I was like surprised. I was like,
Unfortunately.
what?
And I was like,
I did not watch episode 7.
Yeah, so in case you haven't joined us before, Watch Party, every week we watch 2 episodes of a show chosen by you guys. And right now we are on Fully Cooley, as we just said. We are actually finishing it up because it's only 6 episodes.
That's
And
super fast.
now we got to announce the next Watch Party.
One that has been on the polls for quite some time.
And then it was accidentally taken off last time because I forgot. Oops.
Oh.
That's a good hint. Kids on the Slope.
Yay!
Which I'm so excited because it's the first watch party that I have not seen.
And it's not about skiing.
I'm so mad. It's not okay, so Miranda was really mad this week about Code Geass. I'm so mad that it's not about skiing. Because
it doesn't make any sense.
Like
Why?
it makes me like I feel like I'm gonna watch it and be disappointed by it because it's not about skiing.
So like,
but then like I'll get over it. But the first episode is gonna be painful because I'm gonna be like, why aren't they in Colorado?
Aw.
It's so cold there. They could be skiing
There's also pot.
in Colorado.
That's all I know.
I mean,
Those are the things list of things in Colorado. Casa Bonita of South Park fame.
What's that?
okay.
It's a Mexican. It's a
I'm not gonna
Mexican
ask.
restaurant. It is a real place. Pot and mountains. Those are the only things there.
Snow.
Trees.
And
There's
snow.
a ton of snow.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Yeah.
snow.
That's the Colorado one.
And there's the rock,
There's rocks. But the
There's
kids,
not
We're
kids
being
on
really
the
mean
slope.
the
to
kids who are
people
on
in
the
Colorado.
slope, the kids who are on the slope are not in Colorado. So, but we will be watching that, and you'll
mean-
find out more about where they are next week
yeah.
on IGN Anime Club,
If there's no slope, I swear to God.
where we'll be watching episodes 1 to 2.
If
I'm
they're just-
so sorry for this episode. I blame myself for calling it episode 47.
That's where it began.
Anyway, let's jump
Okay.
into the watch party that you guys have been waiting for because it's the final 2 episodes of Fully Cooley, FLCL, whatever you want to call it. We don't know what it means. No one really knows.
Yeah, no.
It's something you find in your heart.
Yeah.
Mostly puberty and guns.
Mm-hmm. And old people.
And old people.
Yeah. Okay. So Tyler DeBoer goes back to sending us new stuff for episode 5, as always. So thank you so much for sending us a comment. References galore here in Brittle Bullet, whether it's known to as father wearing wearing and debating. Excuse me. Lupin the Third's. I always say like Lupin 3's as Lupin the Third's outfit. Haruko dressing as Elvis. Amaro's South Park flashback.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Naoto talking Kenny like so much South Park in this one.
Yeah.
Appearance. How about the very unsustainable cocking guns imagery? Or Naoto's father taking on Nazi uniform in the gunfight. Haruko even uses her guitar as a gun. This episode is all over the place. So this episode is definitely all over the place, but the gun part is like such a important thing because this is after Naoto finally kind of like proves himself like he did something really important. He saved the town. Like there's all these rumors going about him, and I think the gun reference is just like that, like release and also power in adolescence, and just like a lot of the times you see like little pistols and stuff, but then like as it goes on, it gets like shotguns, which is like more powerful, big impact kind of thing. And as the episode goes on, he goes from being kind of like coy and like kind of getting some confidence to being like talking like Minami, like you should be doing these things, and like I'm gonna take you on a date. And she's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And so I think it kind of like parallels to like as the guns grow in intensity, so does he.
Yeah.
As like he's like this is of course like a very big adolescence like coming of age thing.
Yeah.
For an elementary schooler experiencing puberty, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know all about you guys, but that's sort of early.
Yeah, it's like there's like pretty phallic stuff in this episode.
Oh,
And
yeah.
so
Yeah.
um
Never mind. I'm not gonna expand on
like the
that.
whole series, honestly. Anyway.
yeah. So yeah, Momimi at one point goes, when did you start to change and grow up and everything, Takun? And then that's when he's like, no, don't call me that and kind of
that's
stuff.
right,
And
yeah.
like like just before he's taking her out to the restaurant and stuff, and she's like really flustered, and then like she starts calling for his brother, and he gets real angry, and then turns into and he gets in with the robot, and
robots.
Yeah, it's a really busy episode, but I appreciate that because I think it is like just such an intense part of like him coming to himself. Like he's like figuring out who he is and like patching that punch, which is not always good because guns are dangerous and they're destructive and they do bad things sometimes. So a lot of times.
Like what they represent. Am I right? Just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I just think that, I don't know, if you remember being in like elementary, middle school, I remember like being like, I want to say 10 or something and be like, why do boys draw penises on everything?
Wait
they
a minute.
did. They drew penises on
I
everything.
didn't draw penises on my... Wait, can we say that word?
Yes, we can say that word.
Okay.
It's
It's
a body part.
part. It's fine.
All right, cool.
No, I just like. So what I'm saying this because I retract my earlier statement about how this is an early puberty thing because I feel like that starts sort of young, but I was mystified by it. I was like, why would you do this? It's because like you're trying to learn stuff about you start wielding power or something. I don't know. I'm trying to find the connection here.
Yeah.
Having a hard time because it is a very
I'm
busy
trying to
episode.
think if I ever drew penises. I don't know.
So let's go to John Sealer.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Well, now that I can say, I'm going to say it all the time.
Wait, there we go.
Is
That's
this-
the connection.
Is this that one dumb elementary school boy? God, what was it called?
Pen 15 Club?
No.
I don't know. I just know Brian says
The
Pengases on Up and In
anime-
a lot.
The anime with the little boy,
Wait.
but he looks like a high schooler.
Oh!
I forgot what it's called.
Wait, from like last season?
Something monsters.
Boys Love Monster? No.
Anyway,
First Love Monster.
First Love Monster. Ugh. Let's not become that show. They just say wiener a lot. And maybe everything makes sense now.
We're saying penises. Okay, I'm going to stop.
I had like a train of
sorry.
thought that I lost.
If there are kids listening
He's
to this
just
podcast,
saying words.
But when I was
I
John.
apologize.
Yeah, but anyway, I was just talking about like puberty being happening at different ages and different stages, and how like the gun. Basically, what I was getting at is that the confidence boost and stuff, and how he kind of comes into himself, is the next stage after that early like. We just draw stuff on stuff, and then it's kind of like, oh, now we kind of understand what our bodies are and understand ourselves a little bit more. Yeah, sort of where I was going with that.
Okay.
So, John says in episode 5, Haruko flies around on her guitar while dressed in a bunny girl outfit. Did you know that this was a reference to Daikon 4?
I don't even know what that is.
4?
He posted a link
It's
of the
4.
video.
It is 4.
Yes.
One of-
Yeah. Sorry, it's in Roman numerals.
I don't know. I don't know all of them. I know most of them. Like I'm sure this is right. So I was checking.
Yeah.
Don't laugh at me.
I thought you were asking him about Daikon.
I
He's
thought
like,
you didn't know what the art was. Okay.
No. Okay. One of the most influential pieces of art ever created in anime? Question mark.
Maybe.
Being the first OVA ever created, the short was created by a young team consisting of Hideaki Anno, Hiroyuki Yamaga, Takami Akai. This short success led them to found Studio Gainax a year later and went on to create in what I think some of the best shows ever. Gainax is a studio we love a lot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. I was a little confused at the start of the comment, but okay. So they're referencing an old OVA, which Gainax does with their stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean this like episode was like just filled to the brim with references. Like we said, like Lupin the Third was earlier, and of course like Elvis, and like they talk about so many musicians. Like I've been watching the dub, and like they're like Red Hot Chili Peppers, and like a ton of other people.
Yeah.
And so it's fun. Also, I just kind of want to touch on, I think especially with this episode, is like the music theme. I think this episode specifically kicks that into gear even more. Like music's always been a really big part of it, like from Haruko, like attacking with guitars and stuff.
Yeah.
And especially with this one, like the rock sense is like really there. And I think that's important because a lot of the music they play and like just generally that punk rock that they have and like that essence of what it is like about like rebellion and youth.
Yeah.
And like that with the guns and being like powerful and just like I'm doing what I want.
Yeah, like it's like full like middle school teenage phase. Like just going from kind of being unsure to just being like, you don't understand my life, Mom. I was thinking about that a lot because I was at home and this weekend obviously, and so it was just it's yeah, I think it's important. I don't know. I don't know where I was going with that. I just love the image of flying in on a guitar.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's a giant.
I relate to that because like 13-year-old me would have done that so hard. I would have gone to school on a guitar every day. Like it's relatable, even though it's so out of the box. Like that's something I like about the show.
Oh
It's
yeah.
like relatable, even though obviously I've never flown a guitar.
Yeah.
You know?
Or had a robot come out of your forehead.
That too. I mean, you don't know my life.
So, episode 6, we kind of see Mamimi get ditched, which is really sad. Because Naota just kind of, I see why he was so angry with her.
Yeah.
Just because like she was a big cause of his grief and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, she gets ditched, and Haruko disappears, and then comes back, and it's weird how this episode moves, because I would say like the first half is pretty like almost very slow. You just like kind of inch back into it.
Yeah.
But it's also the finale, so you're like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like in very fully cool fashion, like everything just like spews out everywhere.
Yeah.
And we return. What was it? This episode or episode 5 with the? No, it was this one with the comics, with the manga.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, the manga. Yeah.
That part was good.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. That fourth wall.
Yeah.
So, I just kind of want to jump to one scene that I had written down, like at the end with the commander, Naota and Haruko, when the commander's like trying to coax him over. He's like, no, don't go to her. Like, don't give her what she wants. She's trying to manipulate you. Like, just like if you watch the animation of that scene, it's just so smooth, and like just like the way the world like revolves around Naota is just so good. I just love that scene. But yeah.
When he goes like Nine Tails form and like his guitar, is that the one?
Yeah, no, yeah, just before he gets sucked into the hand.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, so he gets sucked in the hand, and then he comes back as Conti and pops out, and he has the power of Pirate King.
Yeah.
There's Pirate Kings.
Like so many references.
There's so much.
And then
I'm like overwhelmed. I was just thinking about it.
yeah, and then I liked it a lot because, of course, we finally kind of figured out that Haruko is just really after the Pirate King's power this entire time. Like she wants no power to like summon anything pretty much anywhere in the galaxy, and Naruto gets it and he's like, "I love you," and she's like, "Ugh." And then the Pirate King gets to go. He gets to be free.
Yeah.
And that's how it ends.
That's how One Piece ends. No one does it.
So the Pirate King actually gets absorbed by
Yeah.
Kid.
And then the Fully Cooley is the ending.
Oh. We figured it out.
It was all a dream. Anyway, Greg Gardner
Wait,
said something
dream
here.
it. Don't give it up, Luffy.
Oh,
The hint. Oh my god. That reaction. He's like, Callie's on this
It's like,
again.
dang it.
I'm just saying,
No.
your theory makes sense. I'm not going to do the whole thing. Don't worry.
Okay.
As
We
you're
really
saying-
broke Mike this episode.
I know. We
Anyway.
broke everything this episode. We were a mess.
Greg Gardner on Facebook says, I love how perfectly it captures this specific point in adolescence when you're too young to be taken seriously by the older people in your life and old enough for what to frustrate you. When you first notice and are intimidated by every girl around you, and when you're struggling against your own childishness to figure out what kind of adult you want to be. Fully Cooley handles all that with empathy, humor, and wisdom, and despite being mostly a boy's story, it gives a female character's depth, agency, and full character arcs. Yeah. Yeah. It's like watching the second time, honestly, like I picked up on a little bit of those more so this time around, and also I watched the dub. Last time I watched sub, and yeah, it was the whole time. The first time I was watching, it was just like, this is, I don't know what's going on. There's cool fight scenes, a guitar, robots, cool. Why? And the second watch through, just yeah, I'm glad we watched it again.
Me too. It's definitely one of those shows that does require like a second viewing.
Oh yeah,
Maybe
Yeah.
like get
maybe
all of
even
it
a little
in.
bit more than that.
Maybe 3 or 4. I always forget how to pronounce the Pirate King's name.
Luffy. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my.
Not that one.
Oh,
Thomas.
Yeah, something like that,
I don't
yeah.
know. It's like, I think I read something like on the Fully Cooley wiki that even the director wasn't sure how to pronounce it because it's based like the name is taken from a book. And so he's just like, I don't know.
Oh.
I also don't know about that. There's something going on inside.
Something's, yeah.
Yeah.
So Kadir
Anyway.
also sent us a very nice comment. Thomas and Fully Cooley is very obviously a metaphor for the perfect self, the person someone aspires to be. So when Thomas grants Naota his powers, he became who he always wanted to be, an adult. He thinks he has a girlfriend on his side, Haruko. He is saving the world. He was cool and defeated the weird blossoming sexuality. Know how the band-aid came off of his forehead. No longer needed to hide his weird boners.
Yeah. I would never have noticed that, by the way.
Yeah,
That's really
it's
cool.
so good.
Short, he became who he always aspired to be. But what happens is he gives up his powers. Now, to freeze Atomisk... I'm sorry, guys. That's so weird.
Don't worry about it. No one knows.
Butcher some names. Because he has understood that that's not the person he is. It's not his true self. It's the perfect self. The perfect self he was granted by Thomas is just another mask he put on in order to hide his own insecurities and fears, just like everyone else. Instead, he reveals himself to Haruko, confesses his love for her, even though he knows she's too old, an alien, and most importantly, doesn't love him back. He accepts his true self, a 12-year-old boy, a child who doesn't understand what the hell is going on, what's happening to his body, and that he fell for an older woman.
Nice. Nailed it.
No, Kadir is great analysis in the group.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
And that just kind of comes back to the big thing is that like Haruka's only there just to manipulate people, get her power.
Mm-hmm.
That's all she wants. She does not care about the world. She states that like multiple times that she does not care about the people around her. She just wants power, which is interesting because like it's cool seeing like how manipulative she gets. And I think then the cat is actually teasing her at one point. I think it's the beginning of episode 5 or 6. 5. Yeah, 5.
Oh, when she starts like
when she's
yelling
talking
at
to the cat. Yeah, and saying like I don't have feelings for him, like it's not that kind of thing, and because like she's denying that obviously she does care a little bit about this little family, even though they're all weird. She's maybe not entirely ready to like give up everything, and that's why I think we see like at the end things go okay.
Yeah. Fully clear.
Yeah, love is not a thing for Haruko. She just wants power. Which is also funny because the commander was like convinced that she was in love with the Pirate King, which is not the case at all.
Yeah.
So.
Nope.
Yeah. Anyway, it's fully cool, guys.
That's fully cool.
That's fully cool.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure you could like write an entire essay about this. Like you were saying before, like how this is just the perfect ending. Like it doesn't need any more. Like this was about him figuring out himself and love and like all these confusing things, like kind of getting grasp on. Not entirely, but that's kind of all he needed.
Yeah.
And it was contained and nice to see when people can like write a story contained like in a short manner and told really well really quickly. Like I don't feel like I was, even though there's a ton thrown at you so fast, I don't feel like there was anything necessarily missing that you can't just find by going back and watching or something.
Yeah.
Or paying attention again. Yeah. So yeah,
That's a good point.
Yay.
Anime.
Anime.
So next week we'll be watching Kids on the Slope episodes 1 and 2.
Yes.
Very excited to start that. So you can join us by sending us an email, IGN_Anime Club at IGN.com. You can tweet to us with hashtag IGNIME, or you can tell us on the Facebook group. It's facebook.com/group/IGN Anime Club.
Oh man, I've been using that hashtag wrong.
What'd you use?
IGNME. When it's IGN
IME. Yeah.
Whoops.
Anyway.